Hi, my name is Siyabonga Spellman and welcome to the second part of the GoodXpert walkthrough series. Now, in the previous video, we focused on the foundations of GoodXpert. We used quick notes to generate structured clinical documents like SOAP notes. In this video, we're going to take things a step further because in this video, we're going to be generating our own custom GoodX templates using tools like Chatgpt, Claude, or Gemini to help us create powerful prompts to use within these templates. And this is where things get really exciting because instead of typing the same instruction over and over again, what we're going to do is build reusable AI-powered clinical workflows. Workflows that can generate reports, create patient summaries, and much more, all using your preferred structure, your preferred formatting, and your preferred tone. Now, there's one very important thing to understand. Tools like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini are more conversational tools. You can talk to them, you can brainstorm with them, you can refine ideas with them. Whereas tools like GoodXpert are more executional tools. You feed them instruction, you give them context, and they generate structured outputs for you. And so today we're going to combine both of those worlds and create a very powerful reusable system within your practice. So without wasting any more of your valuable time, let's get into it. Alright, so here I am on the diary screen. So to create our template, we'll go over to the wheel, go over to configuration, event, workflow event configuration. Okay, and then from here I'm going to create my own new workflow event. I'm going to create a report. There's a report. Go over to manual and I'll call this a clinical, okay, let me keep report, and I'll just call it clinical feedback report. Okay, then I go over to save. And now my report is here. I'm going to head over to my report. I'm going to click on it, open the sidebar, and then I'm going to head over to set up AI. Okay, so this is where we create or we set up our template. All right, firstly, we've got the GoodXpert defaults. This is the context you're giving the GoodXpert to go pull from. Okay, so if you want demographic data included in the report, you click it there. If you want the medical history, you click it there. If you don't want the appointment details, you can leave that out. And then over here, maybe all the audio transcriptions you'd want if you are going to be recording your consultations or recording your clinical notes. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it there. Next to that, we've got the settings. Under settings, we've got smart populate policies. Now we've got 3 policies to choose from. The first policy is prompt. And what basically that is that when you click on the template, the screen will open and it will give you a chance to manually edit the prompt. Okay. Second one is auto. It won't give you the chance to manually edit the prompt like that. Immediately when you click on the template, what will happen is that it will run the prompt and just give you the output. Okay. Then the last one is skip, where it will just totally disregard this prompt that we're giving it here, and you can access that prompt by clicking on that GoodXpert X. That X that is there on the clinical workflow event form. There's an X there in the corner. You'd have to click on it for the system to show you this page where you can then edit your prompt. Okay, so I'm going to set mine to auto because I don't want to change anything. I'm pretty comfortable with what I'm going to do, so I'll set it to auto so I can just simply click, review, and document my workflow. All right, so now here's the important part, the prompt. Okay, prompts are very important when it comes to creating templates because great prompts rather, become reusable systems. All right, if you give it a very vague prompt, it is going to give you a vague outcome. So you've got to be very detailed when it comes to creating your prompt. So to create my prompt, I'm going to be using Chatgpt. Okay, let me just exit the full screen. Okay, so here I am here on Chatgpt. Also, please be aware that there is a quiz below just to test your knowledge on how you are understanding creating your own templates and using AI to make powerful prompts. Okay, now there are some steps in generating very good high quality prompts. I'll just give you 4 brief steps. The first one is to give it a role. So you have to assign it a role. Tell it to imagine that it is somebody, or tell it that it is that somebody. In our example, we'll be telling it, imagine you are a GP and you own your own practice and you want to generate clinical forms. That will be part of it. Secondly, second step is you give it context as well. Giving it context is essentially establishing your request, okay? Describe why you need this task and what you intend to achieve with it. So if you're not sure what that is, you can ask yourself questions like, what is the project about? What is the goal of the project? Who is the audience for this project? And that will give you the context. Thirdly, you've got to outline the specific task, which is basically clarifying your request and specifying the details you're seeking. We'll add that as well. And then finally, we'll give it a format as well. All right. So you have to clearly communicate your desired format for the information presentation. And once you've got all that, you can then put it over to Chatgpt and it will generate a prompt for you. So I'm just going to create a very basic prompt for you here, just as an example. Okay. I'll just click over to record. Imagine you are a GP with your own practice. I want you to be a specialist in generating clinical reports. These reports are for both clinical referrals and for patients, so keep a very good tone in that sense. When it comes to formatting, I want you to imagine that we have a full brand guide, complete with our own colors, complete with our own typography, complete with our own structure. Okay. So that's just a very basic example there. We've given it a role. It's a GP specializing in creating clinical reports. We've told it about the format, that it should have a brand guide with everything specified in it. We've also given it context. Who is the audience? What is this for? Okay, and the specific task that it's supposed to do as well, that it is to generate clinical reports for patients and medical practitioners as well. So let's see what it gives us. So this is our response. It's telling us you are an expert in general practitioner and clinical documentation specialist working in a modern private practice. It gives us the role of the template, because remember, this prompt is going to go into the template. So it's giving us the role, it's giving us the tone that everything must be written in. And then we've got our style and branding as well, our structure standard, and our specialist referral rules, our patient report rules. We've got everything that we need, okay? And this is also important. If consultation notes, voice scripts, transcripts, or clinical findings are provided, we convert them into polished final clinical documents, so forth and so forth. We can go over this, okay? So here is the main prompt. This is the main prompt that we're going to give the system. We're giving it a role and we're telling it who it is, okay? So we can copy that and paste it over here. That's the main prompt. And then below the note field, which will then fill out the rest of the form, telling us what the writing style must be, and giving us all the stylistic elements, and giving us all the reporting rules, so forth and so forth. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, after I'm done, I'm going to save this. And now we have our clinical feedback report. And now let's go over and see this report in action and use it across maybe just 2 different clinical cases. All right. So go back to diary. And here I'm just going to create a booking for my patient. Okay, then I'm going to open the booking, head over to clinical, head over to the form. I'm just going to look for that form, go over to report. Okay, and here my clinical feedback report is. But first I've got to give it context. So I'm just going to create a voice note of a very basic consultation, as it were. Okay, so let's create our first recording. Patient seen for blood pressure follow-up. Blood pressure slightly elevated today. Patient reports headaches and stress at work. Lifestyle advice discussed, including reducing salt intake, exercise, and improving sleep. Medication will continue and follow up in 1 month. Okay, so that's our recording. And now I'm going to just simply click on report, and I've set my populate to auto, and I should just get my response in a few seconds. And there we have it, a beautifully laid out response with all the information we need. It's given us brand colors, like we said in the prompt, to act as if it has a brand guide. So it's given us some nice brand colors. It's formatted everything beautifully for us. And there we've got our consultation summary, our examination findings, our assessment, our recommendations as well, our follow-up instructions, and the next step, all very neatly done within just the click of a button. And once I'm done with this, I can simply go over to print, right? And I can print my form if I would like. If I would like to email it to another practitioner, I'll simply click here and email it, and there my clinical feedback report is. Okay, and just that simple with just a click of a button. Let's go over and do another example with another patient, just to show you that this is a reusable system that can be used time and time again across a variety of different clinical cases. Okay, so there's my booking. Go over to clinical once again, and now let's record another appointment. Okay, patient presents with cough, sore throat, and fatigue for 3 days. Examination consistent with viral infection. Advised rest, fluids, and paracetamol as needed. Patient instructed to return if symptoms worsen. Okay, there's my recording once again. All right, go over to report. Okay, there is also a way for me to take my report and put it as one of these easy events. All right, so I'll just add a link to the user manual on how you do that. Okay, so that it's just easier for us to simply click here and select our report under easy events. Okay, so once again, just head on over clinical feedback report, give it a few seconds, and because I've set it to auto populate my smart policy, it's not going to show that GoodX window. It's simply going to give me the results. Okay, if it was on prompt, it will give me the GoodX window for me to edit anything. If it was on skip, I'd have to click on the GoodXpert button to open the prompt window. But because I said auto, it automatically ran everything for me, and simply with a click of a button, all I have to do now is review, and once I've reviewed my information, I can simply document my information whichever way I would like. And that's the beauty of AI, and that's the beauty of having a powerful prompt that is reusable time and time again. Essentially, this allows you as a practitioner to focus more on patient care and let repetitive typing and admin and things like that be taken care of by the practice management tool. And with that, we've come to the end of this tutorial video on how to create your own custom GoodX templates using the help of AI tools such as Chatgpt, Claude, or Gemini. And once these templates have been built, they'll save you time, they'll improve admin, and improve consistency. And all you'll have to do is simply click, review, and document. So go into the system, have a look, and see how you can make your practice a practice of the future powered by GoodX. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay safe, stay innovating, and I'll see you in the next tutorial video.